This is going to be a fun reaction video. A shout out to all y'all that showed love in my first reaction video ever on YouTube, which happened to be me reacting to my own self on Pop the Balloon or Find Love. Y'all are showing me so much love in the comments, and man, I really appreciate it. I honestly don't even have the words, to be quite fair. I just don't have the words, but I thought I'd try and find them and just say thank you guys for watching, supporting my channel, and also just just showing love. Like, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot, and I read all of the comments. I'm trying to get back to everybody, but yeah, I just appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. Listen, excuse my appearance. I got to take these braids down. The girls that get it. I'm just not ready mentally to take the braids down because I know that once I take them down, I got to figure out what's next. Okay, so we're giving a little bit of an Aaliyah, West Coast vibe here. Actually, if you're new to my channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Some of the feedback that I got in the last reaction video that I did was to do more reaction videos. So I figured what better than to react to a catch up with Phillip and Brittany. This is a couple that matched when I was on Pop the Balloon and Find Love. So I'm somewhat familiar with Brittany. We connected a little bit before the filming. Don't really know Phillip at all, but I just feel like because I was there when they matched, I might as well comment a little bit, see what happened. Also, I've been seeing clips of this catch up on Instagram. I haven't watched any. I just recognize the people. And then Brenda, who was Lady in Red on our episode, she hit me up and was like, girl, you need to watch the catch up and call me once you're done. And so I'm wondering, I'm like, is there some, like, what's tea? You know what I mean? Like, is there a reason why I would be calling you after I watch this? I don't know what's about to happen with this catch up, but we're about to find out. So let's just get into it. Let's just get into it.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's your host Arlette and we are here today with Phillip and Brittany. Welcome y'all. How we feeling?
So cute. Everybody looks so good. Okay, monotone is in. Now pan
Good,
over.
how you doing?
Okay, hair, outfit, skin. Everybody looks cute. Arlette looks great. She always serves to look just fabulous every single time. But okay, everyone's cute. I'm trying to figure out what his side profile is. I don't know if he models or not, but he definitely gives GQ Calvin Klein like energy with the jawline. I noticed that on the show actually, which is why I had my balloon name popped. But anyway, neither here nor there.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. So we did have you guys on episode 9, which you did end up matching on that episode. So is it gonna be a yes for you for her?
Yes.
And it's a yes for you for him?
Yes.
We got a match!
I will say, we were so happy when they matched because everybody that matched that night, they matched color wise in their outfits. And it was the craziest thing. I was like, people are going to start to think that this was staged because how you both just got on stage? You got on a sage suit, a stage dress from TikTok Shop, by the way. She shouted that out on her Instagram if y'all want to know where that dress is from. How did that happen? And the other girl had on like denim and he had on blue. The other girl had on like red or something. I don't know. I can't remember. But everybody that matched that episode matched literally.
You guys can go on up. Yes. Okay, so as we saw on the show, you guys did end up matching. So since that episode has came out, like, how has everything been for you all? Like, as far as like social media goes, like, the messages, comments, whatever it may be. How's everything been? Let's start with you, Brittany.
So it was okay. Like, it was a little crazy at first. Like the random DMs from people. But some people show love. It was some haters too. Hey y'all. But I would say it was like,
I got a lot of hate too. It was some comments I couldn't even look at. I'm just like, y'all not gonna steal my joy. Like, but I will say the positive comments and the support definitely outweigh the negative. For me, they did. I assume they did for her too. I don't know how someone would negatively comment about her. He was like the second person that goes. What kind of negativity did she get?
Okay. I really appreciated the love from everybody. Nice. And I got some followers, so shout out to y'all. And yeah, that's really all I can say about that.
Why does he look upset at this? Maybe that's just his resting face, but she looks really pretty.
Okay, and we say crazy. Like what? What happened?
I was just reading the comments.
Oh, okay.
The comments were definitely crazy. Like, yeah, we could get into that, but there was some comments on there. I was just like, oh my God. But I enjoyed it.
Okay, nice. And Phillip, what about for yourself?
For me, it's been pretty good. I got a lot of positive feedback, a lot of DMs. Ran into somebody in the store that knew me from the show too. So yeah, it's been pretty cool.
Okay, very nice. And then obviously on the show, we got to know a little bit about each of you, but if you want to just tell us a little bit more, you know, where you're from, what you do, all that good stuff, Phillip.
All right, so I coach at Arizona State. This is year 2 for me, and I've been coaching now for 11 years. So pretty deep in my career, but I started a business in January, and so I got my official launch in October.
Oh. Look, Brittany said, look, I'm going back on the show. A look will be had.
And now you said you coach what sport again?
I coach track and field.
Track, okay. So you've been doing track for about how long?
It's been 11 years coaching at the collegiate level, 12 as of August.
Okay, and did you run track yourself as well? Oh,
yes.
Okay, how cool.
Yep.
All right. And Brittany, if you want to tell us a little bit about yourself as well.
Okay, so I'm from Ohio originally. So I moved to Arizona like 4 years ago. And I started in aviation as a flight attendant. So that's how I got to Arizona, basically.
Okay.
So yeah, I work in aviation and I do like content creating on TikTok. And then I just work my regular job. But yeah, I like to create content. I do have a YouTube. I am not really that active on there. I'm mostly on like TikTok and stuff. So, and I like to do hair and makeup. So I do my own hair. I do my own makeup. So,
have you started doing on other people yet? Or it's just like, nope, I'm gonna stick to myself?
I'm gonna just stick to myself. I have done I did my friends the other day and it came out really cute. I'm just nervous to do other people's. I'm gonna think they ain't gonna like it. And like, I don't know. I've seen too many like crazy stories like on TikTok with hairstylists and makeup artists. So I just like, I don't just want to.
It's funny that she says that because actually that's why I don't do other people's hair. And everybody's always like, oh, who did your passion twist? Who did this? Who did that? And it's always like, I did it. But like some lady stopped me. I had my butterfly locks in that took me almost 4 days to do. She was like, can you do mine? I'm just like, girl, that's a lot. Because next thing you know, one of them slip out the back and now you want your money back. Not for me. So I get that.
Just do my own thing.
You said I will not be next.
I will not. Y'all will not be putting me on TikTok. Talking about me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and kind of to get into some of the comments that were coming up a lot on the video. Phillip, something that came up on the episode, someone had told you, one of the contestants said you were too goofy. Like, what was going through your mind when that was said? Like, you take it very well. I want to first say that. But
appreciate it.
What was going through your mind?
So the first thing I thought about is this is clearly projection because your insecurities, you're talking about your tooth and goofiness and all this and that. But the biggest thing was I was like, if I respond, I'm just going to seem like I'm bitter or immature or insecure versus just not really acknowledging it. It just, wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
Of course, she got drug in the comments, but I mean, I was like, I'm not gonna respond to this because it's no need.
Okay, yeah, and that's what a lot of people were like really praising you on. Like, yeah, he just took on the chin and just kept it moving.
Why would you respond if you know it's not true? Like, that's my thing. Why would you respond if you know it's not true? The way he said it was projection is crazy. Because, damn. He ain't lying.
All right. And then Brittany, I know you mentioned like your TikTok and all that stuff a little bit. So is TikTok like a really big thing for you? Like, is that what you're really focusing on at the moment?
I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I grew my community. Like I worked hard for my little small community.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say so.
And what kind of content do you do? Like,
so I do like fashion, lifestyle, and like beauty. So I record myself doing my makeup and like day in life vlogs and stuff like that, getting dressed, stuff like that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because I know a lot of people in the comments are like, Phillip chose TikTok over something else or whatever it was. I don't know what.
Yeah, I was gonna get into that too.
I'm sure we're gonna touch on that.
Oh yeah,
we can touch on that right now.
I see a lot of that. Yeah.
Okay, you want to go first?
I think I guess I probably maybe shouldn't have even said TikTok in my answer to when he asked me about like what was the question, like what makes us motivated,
what's your purpose,
and I brought that up. And like people were upset, like he chose that I'm a TikToker, but I was like, y'all didn't even really get to know me. Like y'all just took that little small clip and ran with it. Like it's more to me than just TikTok. Like I'm a great person. I'm a great woman too. Like not just TikTok.
Yeah.
So, I think people took that and ran with it because that's the first thing you think of. Like if someone was to ask me my purpose and what I'm put on this planet for and what I'm passionate about, what gets me going in the morning, the first thing you think of is going to probably be the thing that you're most passionate about. So the fact that that was what you thought of, that's why people went with it. However, I will say, people be nervous, okay? Going on this show, like I said in my other reaction video, it is not easy. And sometimes you forget what you want to say. You say the wrong thing, or you'll just make up something just to answer quickly and not have to take too long to answer. And so that's what I think really happened with her, is that she kind of just maybe fumbled with what she really wanted to say and just said something quickly. So, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. That kind of did like bother me. I'm like, okay, but what's wrong with TikTok? Like,
I don't know. Because you also mentioned you liked her because of vision board. Vision boards are pretty good, and I think a pretty good thing to do as well. So
I'm gonna comment on that part too.
Okay.
So even with the vision board, the content creating, it wasn't what you said; it was how you said.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't feel like you was trying to win a competition and say what you thought I might want to hear. Like just the way that you worded it, I could tell you trying to be authentic instead of trying to just say good answers. So I guess I probably should have added that, but that's why I said
what you said.
Said what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So obviously we saw on the show you guys did end up matching. So since that episode has came out and you guys ended up matching, all that good stuff.
She's giving goddess. The waterfall, beach wave, whatever, the middle part bust down, the smile, the makeup, the outfit, the skin. I mean, all three, everybody's giving, but Arlene, my God, get your foot off their neck.
Has there been a date?
You can answer it.
Okay. So we did go out right after the show.
Okay.
Now, to me, it wasn't like a full-blown date.
Okay.
But we did go out. We went to Champagne Lanes, which is downtown Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to go somewhere to get some food, but it was late. It's like 11:30.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so why would you not consider that a date? Like a full-blown date?
Well, to me, it is a date.
Okay.
But I think just because of the time frame, we really just went out for like 30 minutes just because of how late it was.
Oh, I see. Okay. Was the place closing? You guys were only there for 30 minutes? Oh.
Because it might have been like 40, you think probably 40 minutes.
It was probably like 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't long.
But how'd the day go? Like, how was it for you?
I mean, it was cool because to me, I don't like doing dinner on the first date.
Oh.
Not because I don't like to eat and I don't want to feed my date, but I like to vibe and see the chemistry that naturally happens. Mm-hmm. And then on date 2, we can go and sit down.
Okay.
I feel like it helps to kill that interview vibe.
Okay. And so is Champagne Lanes, what is that? Is that not a dinner spot or what is that?
Yeah, so it's like a bowling alley / bar. It's connected to another outdoor lounge spot.
Oh, so you guys were bowling?
No, it was closed.
We didn't go bowling because everything was closed. It was closing.
Yeah. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. So Brittany, how was the date for you?
I don't really consider it a date. Like he said, I don't.
But I mean, you guys went somewhere, you hung out. I mean, yeah, it was short and quick, but
I mean, to me, it wasn't a
like what she's asking is how was the time that y'all spent together? That's what she's asking. How was the time that y'all spent together? Y'all getting hung up on the word date. Get to the nitty gritty. Are y'all still talking? What's going on? We're hung up on the wrong things here.
Date. Okay, I'm sorry. It was not.
Okay.
I mean, I know he said that like he don't like going out to dinner because he told me that right after the show when we sat backstage and talked. He said he liked to do like activities and stuff. So that's how he gets to know people. But when we got there, we had like one drink, but everything was getting ready to close. They had already had last call. But to me it just wasn't a date. It was just kind of like us like finishing a conversation that we had.
Okay.
That was it,
and
y'all.
then we just left.
Okay. How was the conversation? Like, did it flow well? How was everything?
I think so. I mean, to me, I don't know, maybe it didn't to him. I don't really know. But to me, I feel like it was okay.
The tea is brewing and it's piping hot.
We were laughing. We took a group picture.
Oh.
Like he was talking about his life and like the stuff he wants. And we were just like getting to know each other. So I thought it went decent,
Got it. She said group picture. It was more of you guys there, or?
Yeah, so we ran into Reggie and Nova.
They were the other match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was a group photo.
Who is Nova? She changed? She had an outfit in the car. She changed outfit. Because I'm like, I didn't see that outfit on the show. This is cute. Ooh, he is a model, baby. They look cute though. This is interesting. I can't wait to hear why she's saying she thought it went well, because that is insinuating that he didn't.
Oh, yeah. So you guys all hung out together, or it was like took a photo and then you guys went about?
Yeah, so it wasn't planned. We just so happened to run into them, and it was like, hey, little Spider-Man meme. And so we just invite them to sit down at our area. Yeah, that was it.
Okay, so from that point, has there been a second date?
There has not.
No.
Why not? What's going on?
Well, I'm just gonna talk because I don't know what his point of view was. Okay. But yeah, like I think it was like after the second day, I didn't really hear anything from him. Like it was a Sunday, and I think that was Cinco de Mayo.
Okay.
And I told him to have a good photo shoot because he told me he was getting ready to do a photo shoot that day. But I noticed the conversation was like very dry, like, and it was like in spurts, like it wasn't like consistent. And I was just like, okay, this is weird. But I know when somebody's not interested, like it's, like that's what I could tell from.
You can read the room. Granted, some guys are bad at texting and they're better over the phone and better in person. But when you know, okay, a bad texter versus someone that's not interested. And it sounds like she was getting not interested energy.
The messages
you were getting.
And then like Monday, no conversation at all. Tuesday, the show dropped. And he hit me up and asked me basically, were I getting like followers or like messages from people? But I was like, what does that even matter? Like you should be
somewhat. But we'll touch on that.
Okay.
Not you interrupting me.
Sorry. Go ahead, Brittany. Go ahead.
I was just playing, but yeah. So I was just like curious why he was asking me that, and like wasn't like really texting me. Like he was like trying to get to know me. Mind you, I hadn't heard from him for real. So I'm just in my thoughts and like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
So then the next day I was just like, I was talking to my friends. They were asking me because they had, saw the episode, like, are y'all going to plan something? I'm like, I haven't heard from him. So then the next day I was just like, I'm just going to text him just to see, because I was like, I don't want to chase you, but also don't want to, I know you're busy.
Yeah.
And I know he said he was going out of town too. So
video on this. I want to chase you. I mean, yeah, kind of. But is texting someone first like chasing them? I guess there's a fine line. There's a fine line between showing interest and showing interest and chasing someone. I don't know. You guys leave a comment below. How y'all feel about, I already know how y'all feel about it. Y'all don't think women should chase men. Y'all don't think anybody should double text. My God, this generation is just, let's just keep going. Forget it. Just forget I said anything.
I'm like, aren't we just texting to see like where his head at? And like, I'll just like, are you still interested in getting to know me? Are we going to go out somewhere? Stuff like that. Like, and he like basically said like, another contestant on the show, I'm just going to say it, the girl in the red dress was more of the type of woman he was looking for than me, and that he had immediate he regretted popping her balloon after he did it. So
he told her, and he told her, what did she say, the day the show aired? Oh, he felt like that immediately afterwards then. Oh man.
Okay. Phillip?
That all you got?
And he said I was beautiful. You know how they tried to like put that in there. You're amazing.
Try to soften the blow.
You're amazing. And it's like, I'm not even mad at him.
Yeah.
It was more, to me, it was more of the thing of like, you weren't even going to tell me that unless I asked you. Like you went like 4 days without even any communication.
Letting you know anything.
So I'm like, I just feel like it was like the principle. And
so how did you respond to that when he said that?
Oh, I was very like, I wasn't upset at all. Like I was very nice about it. And I said, okay, well, you could have just let me know. I think I told him it was a little bit immature and like he didn't communicate well. And he basically said that he felt like he only went out on a date because of the producer. Like he felt like the producer was like, you know, on him, like
requirements. Yeah.
Like, so he didn't want to cancel on me. So I don't know if it was something that I said while we were like talking while y'all were still filming, because we had like a nice conversation. So I don't know if it was something that I said or what it was that made him feel like, oh, well, no, or I don't know.
They were literally sitting down watching the rest of the show the whole time, talking. So I guess, and you know, it's tough. You got a couple seconds to make a decision. And now he's sitting here watching, listening probably to Brenda and her answers while the rest of the show is airing. And I'm wondering like when that moment happened for him where he was like, dang, I should have went with home versus the girl I'm sitting with right now. Ooh, maybe he's also just being polite. But it's like, are you just say what you're going to say, though.
I don't remember.
Okay. I was just making sure I didn't want to interrupt.
No.
So I was trying to just let you finish. I didn't want to be rude. So we had the show on Saturday and we went out immediately after the show for the, you know, thing we mentioned, going to Champagne. And then I told you that day that, hey, I have some events I have to go to this week. I got a flight on Wednesday, so I'm going to be kind of busy. So I went to my 2 events on Sunday. Monday, staff meeting, work, practice, gym, like all my typical stuff, right? Then on Tuesday, I had pretty much the same thing, plus my flight for Wednesday. So to me, I don't like texting. I like to call or just meet in person. If anything, maybe send.
And women are so, we read into like stuff so much that it's like sending me a 3-word text means that you ain't trying to talk, when really he probably just is on some busy shit. So I get that part. I had to learn how to not take that shit so personal, but still, if he wanted to, he would.
The voice note.
Right.
But I'm not going to sit.
We love a voice note. I love a voice note. Let me hear your voice.
And text all day. So we did text a little bit on Sunday, more about the photo shoot and this and that. Then Monday came around, we didn't really talk. Tuesday, I sent a text about the show to just keep some form of communication going. But then, you know, I get off my flight Wednesday morning, and then that's when I got the text. So that's the timeline. Now, in terms of the context of it, like I mentioned, I like to hop on the phone, meet in person. So my intention was to hop on a call after I made it to Colorado, or maybe even later in the week, because we just met. Right. I could understand if this been, you know, 2-3 weeks, but early on to really press somebody, to me, that's a form of love bombing. And it's a fine line between love bombing and applying pressure, right? So to me, I kept some form of communication going without going over the top, because we just met. I communicated I was going to be busy on Sunday. I said I got a flight on Wednesday morning. So between that is really Monday and Tuesday. So for you to not hear from me, I already said I'm going to be super busy within the next 72 hours. So that's why I didn't really feel any type of way on that. Secondly, after I kind of thought about it a little bit more, I'm just like questioning, like maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I didn't make the right decision. I knew that there was some things from us talking, like after we actually matched, that I wasn't fully in line with. So I didn't want to just be prejudgmental and say, you know what, no, I'm not going to give it a chance. Because at the end of the day, we matched. As a man, I'm going to still stand on my decision and still go through with that. So I said, let me just still keep going with the process. And for example, one thing that you said that I didn't really resonate with, you asked if I wanted kids. And I actually want more than one kid. You was pretty adamant about just wanting one. That's not anything that's a big deal right now. but that's an example of something later, because I don't want to be the person that tries to convince someone to do something that they've already said early on that they want. You know, that's when you got all kinds of issues, postpartum depression. I don't want to be the person to try to convince someone else to change their internal views.
Right.
And so that's why I was like, still gonna just hear it out. And just the more we talked, the more I was just like, yeah, see, that's just that confirmation that she's a good person, but you're not in line fully with what you want, and what she wants is not bad. It's just not an ideal match. But
can't be bad. Like, he has a very valid point. Now the whole communication thing and the timeliness of it all, you know, lukewarm with that, because I feel like you can, you know, you can throw a little text in there, but he's also very busy. Like, people be busy, child. Look, I get it. So I'm here listening.
I still was just trying to be patient with the process and still go through my normal routine of work without prematurely just calling in and be like, oh yeah, this is a mistake. But by the time we got to Wednesday, I, you know, ruminated on it and I said, all right, this is a good time for me to say something, not because.
What did he say? He did what? He ruminated on it?
I still was just trying to be patient with the process and still go through my normal routine of work without prematurely just calling in and be like, oh yeah, this is a mistake. But by the time we got to Wednesday, I, you know, ruminated on it and I said, all right.
What does ruminate mean? Ruminate, to think deeply about something. We sat and ruminated on the nature of existence. Okay, ruminator. Yeah, you definitely working in college. Because who has ever said ruminate? I've heard sat and marinated on it, but sat and ruminated. Wow, that's that's a big word. Well, okay, vocabulary.
Right. This is a good time for me to say something, not because I'm super busy and I can't communicate, but because this has already kind of been in my spirit. That's what I felt, and I wanted to communicate that to you at that point since you asked.
Okay. So if she was not, if she didn't ask you, were you going to eventually let her know, or was it gonna? Okay.
Yeah.
Because my intention was not to just text and our conversation be dry text back and forth. Because even if we're asking stuff to each other, that's the exact same reason why I don't like doing dinner dates on the first date. It's an interview vibe. What's your favorite color? Where are you from? Stuff that is just very mundane that didn't actually tell me who you are. So that's why I said I'm going to pick up the phone and make a phone call. And that also goes back to my job. I'm on the phone 24/7 as I recruit. I have staff meetings on Zoom. On Tuesdays, I have another Zoom. It's a men's accountability group. So like I'm constantly on the phone for work-related business. So to me, that's where the communication was kind of dry.
Brittany had mentioned that there was another person on the show, the red dress, Brenda. You were feeling like you should have not popped hers. Where did that come from? Like, what kind of made you come to that decision?
Okay, so the first thing is I'm very firm on going with my gut instinct. My gut instinct said pop her balloon. But then after is when I started questioning, like, did you make the right decision? Are you sure? And I wanted to still pursue talking to you,
right?
Because I feel like that was the right thing to do. And at that point, there was no need for me to do otherwise. It's not like you said anything at that point, but that was in the back of my mind. Like, did I make the right decision? But let's kind of fast forward, right? So me and Brenda, so red dress, had a conversation. We was on the phone for about an hour.
Oh, when was this?
This was about 2 weeks ago.
So this was after you had already told Brittany that you.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't simultaneous.
Got it. Okay.
You know, that would have been just disrespectful. but it was after. And
so how did you and Brenda get in contact?
That's a whole nother story.
Oh, okay.
But basically, you know, I hit her up and we had a conversation for about an hour.
Okay.
Now that in itself further confirmed my gut instinct was right. Like, yeah, I should have popped the balloon. But at the time,
should have popped whose balloon?
I should have popped Brenda's balloon.
Oh, okay.
But at the time, I was like, I don't know, just simply because from the surface level.
Wait. So they had a conversation with her, and it confirmed that he was right with popping Brenda's balloon as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're closer in age.
Mm.
You know, we got our masters from the same city. We're from the same place.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything made sense. But again, my gut instinct said no. And the thing about it, going on the show, there's certain requirements. One, you're supposed to be single. And for one, she's not. And then for two, there's other things in addition to that I found out that I'm not gonna put on air because I'm not gonna denigrate her character. But just simply put, she did not resonate with what I'm looking for. And so that's why we are where we are.
Okay. So just confirm, as of today, you're still single.
Correct.
Okay. Oh man, that's a lot. That is a lot. I know you said you had a phone call with Brenda. So how did you two get in contact? Like where did that conversation come from? How did that sprout?
Okay. So I reached out to someone from the show.
Okay.
And we got connected that way.
Oh, okay. So you got her number that way and then you reached out to her.
Correct. Well, actually, I sent her my number and then she called me.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's good to know then.
Yeah. But to kind of expand on that just a little bit more, you know, we did have a conversation. And from that, I could tell like that just confirmed that, yeah, you made the right decision. Because on the surface level, it's easy to say, yeah, you know, she's attractive, we're close in age, she has all these good things. But even when you look at the episode, one reason that you resonated with me with your answers is I felt like you was just being authentic. Like your first question was, do you have kids? Her first question was the exact same question. So that's it. In my mind, I'm like, okay, maybe she's not listening. But I'm not going to be judgmental, and I'm just going to continue.
Oh my God, I feel so messy. But I mean, this is the episode. I'm gonna call her and see what's going on.
The answer she followed up with, it was a super compelling answer. Like it sounded really good, but it didn't answer the exact question. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, are you telling me what sounds good to win my approval as if this is a contest? Or are you saying your genuine, authentic answer?
Response, right?
You know, because even if I don't like it, at least you're just keeping it real. You know, if you're not keeping it real, then I can see through that.
Okay.
And that may seem okay right now, but once we get 3-4 months in, that's not gonna fly.
Okay, I see. And now, Brittany, you know, after hearing everything and all that stuff, like, how are you feeling?
Oh, that was a lot. I wasn't expecting that last part. But I know he said something about I was bombing him.
No. Sorry to cut you off on that.
That's not what he said. Oh, we be hearing, boy. Now I see what maybe going through. He did not say that. He did not say that. He did not say you were love bombing Brittany.
No, well, he said that earlier. Like when
he said he didn't want to love bomb.
Correct.
Oh, you said you didn't. Oh, okay. I thought you said I was love bombing. Okay.
No.
We'll retract that part then. Sorry. I thought you were saying I was. Okay. But yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, it was a lot of comments in there saying that she was not answering the questions. It was a lot of those.
Now,
yeah.
Not to interrupt again. But to touch on that, I'm not even worried about the comments. Like I felt what I felt, and I feel like listening to the comments. It doesn't matter what episode it is. Listening to the comments is gonna always be subjective because it's the internet.
Yeah,
true.
Right, and I feel like whatever we make, whatever decisions we decide, should be our decisions and not influenced by the comments. So they could have said, "You made a horrible mistake. You should have did X, Y, Z." But if I didn't feel like that's what I should have did, I still wouldn't have made that decision.
I mean, I get it, you know. Yeah, what can we do now? So I mean, it was a lot of people that was kind of like upset about, you know, his decision, you know, even some reacting videos that I watched. Like Kaisanat. He was mad that he picked me.
Oh my God. Wait. Reacted to this video? I'm sorry. down.
I think T. Pendale too. He was a little upset.
T. Pendale showed me mad love though. I loved his reaction video. If y'all haven't seen T. Pendale's reaction video to episode 9, make sure you go check it out.
I have to go watch this video again, but yeah, like I don't know. Like I feel like they weren't there. They just judging off of the little interaction we had, you know. So that's really all I have to say about that.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, any final thoughts between the two of you? I mean, since that point, has there been any communication between you guys or not really?
Not really. I mean, we are cordial, but that's about it.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard from him. Oh, I do have a question. I noticed you unfollowed me and followed me back, Phillip, the other day. Why?
Because I don't know. I just felt like I didn't want to just create some big mess. And I knew that I already communicated like, hey, I don't really want to pursue this any further. And that includes, you know, communicating and just trying to like stay in the mix. Like I didn't want to give off the impression that like, you know, maybe I want to spin the block back if this doesn't work. I didn't want to do that.
Understood. Okay. I just thought I noticed that and I was just like, oh, well, why did he unfollow me?
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that deep. Like, you know.
Unfollow.
No, not at all. We don't have to be friends, but I wouldn't have unfollowed him for that, you know? Like,
okay.
I feel like
still following him?
Yes, I never unfollowed him. I was following him the whole time since the day we met.
Okay.
Yeah. So the fact that he's saying no communication, like he don't want to talk at all, like that's crazy. But that's his decision.
And I can expand on that.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't want to communicate because it's not like we're beefing and we're not cool. But I also want to create the boundary that I don't want to continue the dating route because I feel it would be unfair to you to try to stay in the mix. It's just like when you don't keep dating someone, you just kind of go your separate ways and remain cordial. That doesn't mean that there's any type of beef or animosity.
Right.
But, you know, out of sight, out of mind. I feel like that's what led to that.
Gotcha.
And then further to kind of, you know, add to that, I didn't come on the show for clout or to go viral or anything like that. Like I was serious about my intentions. And so with that, I feel like going forward, it'd be unfair to whoever it is that I pursue to try to still linger on what was in the past.
Okay.
It's just like communicating with an ex. Although, you know, we obviously didn't get to that point. I just wanted to be respectful, and that's where that came in.
Okay. Does that explain it for you?
You're still looking but it's like I don't feel like you could compare it to an ex because it's like we only met each other once. We've only been around each other once.
Okay.
And it hasn't really been like a lot of conversation. So like I don't know why anybody would feel like any kind of way about
next thing you know, he's talking to somebody new and they're like, why are you still following the girl that it didn't work out with on the show? Like it makes complete sense. Like
experience, basically. You know, that for one day. That's it. Like it wasn't nothing more than that. So but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. Well, you know, once again, like is there anything else you guys want to add on? Any final thoughts, all that good stuff? Any final remarks, whatever it may be?
I'll let you go first.
So yeah, I definitely appreciate the opportunity for sure. And it's nice meeting you. It looks like, you know, it was like a celebrity. I was nervous at first meeting you, but I'm like, oh, she's so pretty in person, like even prettier.
She's the same way off camera as she is on camera. Arlette is a gem. Let me just be very clear. Arlette is a gem. Like she's one of the reasons I even wanted to go on the show was because her energy radiated through the episode that I saw. And I was just like, she seems very genuine and she very much so is. Like came in, gave everybody a hug. Like she's not one of those hosts that's just like stank, you know what I mean? Like she's very much a gem. And yeah,
in person, y'all. But yeah, I mean, I did come on here to like, you know, try to put myself out there. This was definitely nerve-wracking. Never thought I would do anything like this. And like the internet could be very mean and stuff. So like I appreciate it. Y'all may see me soon. I do want to come back. Because I need a match.
Yes.
Like, and maybe more somebody I'm aligned with, like with what he was saying. Like, you know, maybe we weren't that much of a match, but I'm open to getting to.
He looks like somebody. What's that guy's name? He's an underwear model.
You know, somebody else. I'm gonna put myself out there again. So
love that. Okay, we might catch Brittany back. And Phillip, what about for yourself?
Oh, well, first and foremost, definitely appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you.
I did this because it was outside my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I definitely appreciate it. I am open to coming back on the show if that's an opportunity.
Okay.
But yeah, that's really all I got. Just want to
Me too.
praise on the opportunity and the
and
the time.
Thank you. Yeah, and like you said, it's out of your comfort zone, but you're willing to come back, and that's awesome. Because a lot of people wouldn't even be able to do something like this. So that's great.
Yeah, I think it's important too to say, like, at the end of the day, we're all human.
Yeah.
And so part of why the show resonates with a lot of people is because we're not trying to do this like a contest, right? We're just being normal people, and in the real world, this is how dating goes.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
This is how things go. You may, meet somebody, have initial spark, and it just doesn't work out, and you decide to go separate ways, or you may come back, be cordial. It's different things that happen,
Right.
and so that's the biggest thing I think that the audience likes, as well as everyone who's been on the show, is you guys are authentic and how you're approaching the whole dating scene in Phoenix.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you guys for watching. That was a fun reaction. I'm actually about to call Brenda because I need the rest of the tea. I need to know, are you really single? Do you have a child? And why you didn't tell me? We didn't talk a few times after the show. We went live and everything on my Instagram. So I'm going to get the rest of the tea. But thank y'all for watching. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This is a lot. This was fun. I like doing this. And yeah, did I want to say anything else? I don't think so. All right, bye, y'all. Thanks for watching.